you're not a child dependent on your family anymore. You're not a victim. You're the one making choices, and you have the power to take control of any situation in your life. Hello, my name is Cecilia, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about abandonment issue because, well, just the past few days, I was in kind of a low state, and I realized that even though I am 27 right now and I really consider myself a very balanced, very emotionally stable person and someone who has really healed myself from my past traumas, I still realized from the past few days that I really do have a little bit of an abandonment issue because of my family, and it brought me a lot of emotions. So I thought I really have to do something and help myself. So I thought about it, and I reached the conclusion that you could get out of your abandonment issue based on logic and your action. And I wanted to share the conclusion that I've reached to be able to help some more people if possible. So I wanted to talk about this in two perspectives. One is the external perspective, where how you evaluate others, and the internal perspective, where you address your personal emotional needs. And for both of the perspectives, there is one key message that I really wanted to share, is to know that you're not a victim and you have the power to take control of any situation in your life. First, from an external perspective, why is it that abandonment is not a logically sound issue? So if you think about the premise for abandonment, it's someone that you care about, someone that you're really close to, or you really want to get close to. But if you think that you have problem with everyone abandoning you, the people who are not close to you abandoning you, I think you have to work on the caring too much about other people part first. Anyway, going back to the premise, as a human, the only relationship that you cannot choose is your family, which a lot of the times that's what has caused our abandonment issue in the first place. But as you become older, you have the power to choose who is close to you, who you decide to trust, who you decide to give your heart to. So as an adult, you're not a child dependent on your family anymore. That means no one in the world has the power to abandon you. If you think that someone might abandon you, it's you that's giving them the power to, because you trust them enough, because you like them enough, you really care about them enough. And if you're a rational person, you would know that you need to filter people that you get close to. In my mind, they must be a really good person. It must be beneficial or somehow valuable to me to really get that close to this person. And if you think about the logic, if they really are a good enough person, if they really provide enough value for you in your life, over the cons, they should not be doing anything similar to abandonment in the first place. And if someone behaves bad enough, then they no longer qualify for the criteria of a good person or a valuable relationship in your life. And if it's not beneficial for you as a rational person, you naturally start detaching. And if you're already detached, why would you be afraid of losing them? This is the conclusion that I've reached, that the concept of abandonment does not exist if you yourself take the power to be a rational person, to be constantly filtering and observing. You're the one making choices. You're not a helpless child anymore. You have the power to decide if someone deserves a place in your life. Now, that was the external perspective. If we think about the internal perspective, you look within, what is your core desire underneath the abandonment issue? For me, at least, it's the fact that I never felt I've received unconditional love from my family. But I personally have a really deep need for giving and receiving unconditional love. But the problem in my mind is, because of my past experience growing up, I have a very pessimistic view on the existence of unconditional love or the possibility of receiving unconditional love from anyone. And if you think closely, that's a very passive mindset, that you're waiting to receive something. You're waiting for someone to come into your life to give you something. But if you want anything in life, the solution is always to get moving, to shift your mindset from seeking to giving. Then abandonment should not be an issue, because you don't have control over anyone, over how much they will love you. But you always have control over yourself and how much you want to give. You cannot control the world, but you can create your own space where unconditional love absolutely exists because of you. Even if you've never received it, you have the power to give that stability or love to others. If you don't find anyone who qualifies for your standard, you could still give it to a pet, to a child of your own. And you really have to know that love is a flowing thing. If you choose to be the tower, to give, to emit love, you will attract it back. Again, the key is you have the power to choose and you can take control of your actions. And that's all. I really hope that this video was helpful to you, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!